Greetings all, and welcome to Dave's Craft Room. Actually, hold on, let me start that over. Greetings all, and Merry Quiltmas, because on today's video, we are doing... Greetings all, and Merry Quiltmas. Greetings all, and Merry Quiltmas, and welcome to this year's 12 Days of Quiltmas, Dave's Craft Room Eleganza Extravaganza, or something. Greetings all, and Merry Quiltmas. I am pleased to announce that I have the honor of participating in this year's 12 Days of Quiltmas event. So in case you missed it, Kristen from Scrap Fabric Love and the Colorblind Quilter have been putting together this 12 Days of Christmas. You would probably know that by now, but just in case you missed it. Each creator has an element, a different one, and mine is hexagons. Greetings all, I'm Dave from the future. To interrupt this broadcast, you must be thinking, hexagons? Why are we doing hexagons? I thought we were doing colors. The tea is that I work very, very fast. And as soon as the idea was put out of doing the shapes and assigning the different shapes, I just rolled with it. But I rolled with it before the idea for this collab was finished. And so when Kristen and Tom actually finalized the instructions, then it was actually colors and not shapes. And I was like, but I already made a hexagon quilt, or I already started making it, and it's blue. And so Kristen and Tom at least gave me blue so that I could at least use the idea that I started with. So the real secret word is actually blue, and my quilt is blue, so we're good. And it's actually a very happy accident because now I got to make a hexagon quilt. I probably would not have thought to even do that before, and it turns out good. So anyway, back to Dave from the past, and we'll finish our Christmas quilt. And so I'm gonna make a hexagon quilt. The quilt kind of designs itself, right? We're gonna make hexagons. So TBH, a long time ago before I started my channel, I did make a hexagon quilt. I did not think it turned out beautiful and lovely, and I can't even find a picture of it, and I can't find the quilt. So it may as well have never even happened because I have no evidence of it. But I'm gonna do it again, and I'm gonna hopefully do it better. That was probably not up to my current standard. Hexagons, maybe they're considered challenging. If you know how to do a Y seam, they're not challenging. And do I know how to do a Y seam? I mean, kind of. I can kind of do one. I can muddle through it. I can figure it out. How hard could it be? This is the 3-inch hexie, and this is the 4-inch hexie. And by the way, the size is measured by this length. So that's 3 inches, that's 4. This is kind of my idea. Full disclosure, I'm not really doing a Christmas quilt. I'm more so doing like a Winter Wonderland quilt. And the reason is because I love winter. I like Christmas too, but I have more winter fabric than I have Christmas fabric. So I'm doing winter, and actually the majority of this fabric was sent to me by one of my subscribers. And by the way, I do get people reaching out periodically offering to send me fabric, and I usually have to say no because I get too much. I have too much, but on this day I decided to say yes, and thank goodness I did, because she sent me, among loads of other things, a huge pile of winter fabric. Blue, white, with sometimes like Christmas motifs, sometimes like here you have Christmas ornaments, but it's also blue. And so that's gonna fit in with the snow and the Winter Wonderland theme. I like this idea. This could go to someone who doesn't necessarily celebrate Christmas, but loves winter. And so work. Oh, and you also get the chance to win this quilt by going down to the description box and clicking on the link to the form and filling it in and follow the directions and all that, and you can get the chance to win. Full disclosure, I don't really know the instructions right now as I film this, but it'll be in the description box below. What else do I have? I want to show you some other things. I have this panel here. This is the winter panel. It's actually like a panel of panels. Apparently I used one already. I don't remember what I used it in. And that's kind of one reason to use the smaller one, because it kind of fits better for me to fussy cut out those winter shapes. And then I also have a deer. How does the deer fit in with winter? I don't know. It'll fit because I'm gonna make it fit. I just like the deer. I wanna put it in. That's honestly, I think, all there is to it. Let's probably just get started, right? These appear to be fabric samples. You guys, it's such an honor for me to be included this year because I first started my channel in like the fall of 2022. And so that was kind of like, I saw the 12 Days of Christmas play out that year, but obviously there was it would have been filmed already by the time I even started my channel. And then the next year, I mean, Kristen told me that they started planning for it all the way back like almost a whole year prior. So I wouldn't have been included back then anyway. But I really hoped that someday I would be able to get included. And now here I am, dreams come true. So I'm pretty much just gonna cut out a bunch. You never know how many to do in advance of doing it. I like to figure that out as I go. But today is really gonna be all about cutting the hexies out, and then probably tomorrow, ooh, I love these. Probably tomorrow or the next day, we're gonna start sewing them up. Just cut them out and get them on the design wall, and that's how I figure out how many I need. I'm not really much for like mathing in advance. Ooh, this is just barely too small. Okay, this is the vibe. I think like we should do a panel of this like here and one here, and then same thing, a panel of these here and here. And I'm gonna put the deer here. I forgot about the other panel. Alright people, so just to clarify, my secret word is blue, and if you're new to my channel, I make quilt videos like this that I publish every other Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern. This video is day 11, and we have one more, which is Tom the Colorblind Quilter, so be sure to check out his channel tomorrow. If you wish to enter to own this quilt, check back in the description box once all 12 days of videos have gone live, and you'll find an entry form where you have to put all 12 secret words and you can enter to win it. And by the way, be sure to check out all the other videos in this series. The links are going to be in the description box to get the secret words. And then Kristen and Tom are going to announce the winners, and we'll be in touch over email to arrange for shipping the quilt to you. Unfortunately, I can't guarantee that it will arrive to you by Christmas, but I'll do my best. Okay, that's, now let's actually arrange them so that they look beautiful and lovely. Alright, that's day 1 of work on the quilt. I'm gonna sew them up next time. Alright, I'm gonna sew rows together, and then I'll figure out how to do the Y seams. Just rows to start off. Okay, I actually am gonna try to sew these together just to see if I can do it. Alright, well it's together. But that was a little bit questionable. So I'm gonna try again. I'm just trying to get the hang of the Y seam. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna do the rows now. All right, the time has come for me to show you how I'm doing the Y seams. And by the way, you can see here that the Y seams are turning out pretty good if they're not necessarily perfect. Some of them are a little bit less than perfect, but that's okay. We can still proceed. The tutorial said that you should start sewing a 1/4 inch down. And I did that initially, but then I kind of just stopped doing it. I found that it's not necessarily essential to do it that way. All right, here I go. So we're going to stop like a 1/4 inch from the edge. And it's like right where that seam is. And then turn it and line it up with the next chunk. And here we go. And then turn it. Tra-la-la-la-la. And it's that simple. See, I was scared of these Y seams, but it's not scary at all. We just sew the length, turn it. Because I fussy cutted these, I didn't have a template. I mean, the shapes are a little bit less than perfect, so I'm just trying to kind of fudge it so that they line up right. Good. It's still a little bit less than perfect, but I'll let it. Cool, let me iron this now and see how it's gonna look. All right, here I go ironing it. Let's iron it from this side. Okay, it's a little puffy here. I think the thing to do is quilt it. When I quilt it, the batting is gonna puff that out, and then it will be, I think, better. Alright, I'm not done piecing the hexy rows together, but I'm kind of tired from the Y seams. So I have the deer here, and I'm gonna cut out this deer. And I have this idea forming where I'm gonna piece it into the hexies and have it kind of coming out of the hexies, and then it'll come out and the rest of it will get appliqued on. And I'm kind of still figuring out how I'm gonna pull that off, but I think it's doable. So for now, I'm just gonna cut it out and turn the edges in and glue them down with this washable glue stick. That's gonna help me applique it. I'm just gonna top stitch it down with machine. Good, now this is gonna get pieced in / appliqued. I'm gonna sew this on. I can only sew it up to like there because I'm gonna have to peel this back and trim that straight in order to fasten it to the row above. Now I'm gonna sew this on. Oh, sorry, this way. Or I did not realize those were gonna match. Yeah, that looks better. Sew this up, and then the deer will look like it's popping out. Here you can see that I'm trimming the edge of the panels straight so that I can join them together. Then I need to get the deer out of the way in order to join it to the other panel. All right, the quilt top is done. And the thing to do is use polyester batting because I think this is gonna make the hexies pop. And then this is blue flannel fabric for the backing. It's 59 inches by 62 inches. And then I'm also gonna use this backing for the binding. So here I go. All right, I got the walking foot here, and I'm gonna follow the ditch of each hexie, and then in the large hexies, I'm gonna also add a tie. The small hexies don't need anything added. All right, here I go. Alright, that's going to be all for today's video. Be sure to check out the description box for the other videos in this series. Like and subscribe to my channel, and please come again.